while everyone was getting ready, I was literally doing freaking jumping jacks. The best pizza I've ever had in my life. Every single vacation I've ever been on, I always gain weight. Freaking pizza, pasta, pizza, pasta, pizza, pasta. Hi guys, I'm back with another episode. Today I want to share with you everything that you want to know about how I lost weight on vacation in Italy, because I literally went to Italy for 3 weeks with my boyfriend and we traveled so much. We had so much fun. It was amazing. And surprise, surprise, I came back and stepped on the scale and I literally lost almost 5 pounds, like mind blowing. 5 pounds while I was eating pizza and pasta almost every day. Insane. I was getting literally tired of eating pizza and pasta. However, I've enjoyed, I had the best time, and I just want to share with you kind of like my routine while I was gone and maybe help you to navigate your next vacation so you're not coming back from vacation, stepping on the scale and seeing the number 5 pounds up, right? Because that's typically what happens. And quite frankly, you guys, every single vacation I've ever been on, I've always came back and weighted at least 5 extra pounds. Like I always gain weight, always, because I always say memories over macros. When you go on vacation, you shouldn't really restrict yourself or feel like you have to say, no, I'm not going to have ice cream because I don't want to gain weight. However, everything in moderation. I also think that if you work hard on your goals, right, you work for several months or whatever, how long, trying to maybe lean out, put on muscle, get in a good routine, then just throwing the towel while you're on vacation is probably not the smartest thing. And although on all of my vacations, I've always tried to stay active and kind of promised myself that I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, meaning maybe going for runs, doing workouts. Very often I went there with this desire to follow through my plan. And next thing you know, a week later, I just started falling off track because I just felt like, well, if I can work out, if I cannot go to the gym and lift heavy weights, might as well just like throw the towel, right? That used to be me. But this time around was so different. You guys, I am so proud of myself because I am foodie, right? Like I love food so much. I am foodie, right? You also know that I struggled with eating disorder for a very long time. So I always also feel like I have to be careful because I truly believe that as a recovered bulimic, there is a very like slippery slope when it comes to falling back into unhealthy eating habits. I have learned that while I was competing, and just those 16 weeks of me getting ready for my show cost me a lot of damage and having to actually fix my relationship with food again. So anyway, back to my vacation. This time around, those 3 weeks in Italy went completely different. So before we left, I was like, you know what? I really don't want to feel like crap because I hate waking up in the morning feeling puffy, feeling like I'm slowly putting on weight and just not feeling comfortable. Having to put on a swimsuit or shorts and just don't like how I feel and look is just not fun, especially on vacation where you just want to take a nice photos and feel great. So before we left, I was like, I'm gonna navigate my vacation completely different. This time, I'm going to take resistant bands, which I wanted to take my resistant bands with me the last vacation exactly a year ago when we went to Costa Rica, but I forgot them. I never took them. Mistake. But this time when we went to Italy, I packed those long resistant bands. I took 2 different resistance and I was literally like, I need to get in a routine ASAP because, you know, when you lose momentum, it's very easy for you to say, well, I'll just wait until I'm home, right? Like I'm not going to do any workouts now. Let me tell you, I was so committed because I'm like, I want to feel good on this vacation. So we flew from Calgary to Rome. And then when we got to Rome, it was obviously like traveling for several hours and I was just really tired. So literally the first day, I was jet lagged, so I didn't work out, I believe, the first day. But the second day, I was like, I'm getting into routine. Guys, if you've ever been in Italy, you know that every single apartment, hotel you rent, it's just tiny. Like, Italians are so small and short that every single room is just so tiny. So a lot of like the rooms that we rented or hotels we stayed at were so small that we literally had just like bed, and then you could kind of like just walk around the bed. There was not a whole lot of room, but I made it work. I made it work. I literally had times where I was like squeezed in the corner doing freaking jumping jacks and squats with resistant bands and lunges, push-ups and lateral raises with resistant bands. You guys, I made it work, and I got into such a routine that literally every single morning I was excited to do my workout. So typically I would do like 5 exercises, 4 to 5 sets, which took me about 20 to 30 minutes, depends. And I would burn active calories around like 150 calories. So think about it. Before I left the room to explore the city, I've already got about 2,000 steps done just by doing freaking jumping jacks. And then I also had burned already like 200 calories. So I'm like literally starting my day feeling so good. Not like just physically, but mentally knowing like, oh my God, I already got workout done, right? And now I can enjoy the day and just explore and just have a good time. So I got in such a good routine that out of those, I think we were in there for over 21 days or something like that. I got in 15 workouts, and literally the only days that I missed was those days when I had like either jet lag or we had to be up like super early because we were like catching the train or plane, because we also flew to Czech Republic. So those days were obviously the days where I was like, I can't really, well, I would if I wasn't there with my boyfriend, but imagine it at 4 a.m. I just turned the lights on and like, baby, I'm just doing my workout. I mean, he probably wouldn't appreciate it. So I didn't work out those days. But other than that, literally every single day, I would make it work. Like, it's funny because for the last part of the trip, like 10 days, my boyfriend's mom joined us and we shared one room with her a couple nights. And I would literally wake up while everyone was getting ready. I was there like literally like doing freaking jumping jacks and everyone was laughing. But I was like, I'm committed, you guys. Like, I don't want to feel like crap. So 15 workouts out of those like 21 days. Incredible, super proud of myself. And that was really the reason why I lost weight, because I feel like when I started my day with the exercise, it was way easier for me to manage the whole day, because I just felt like I started my day with the exercise. Like, I'm not gonna go and eat like an asshole thinking that, oh my God, I have to eat all this pizza, right? And this is something just switched in my brain, and I wanna just chat about that for a little bit, because I also share with you guys that although I'm recovered, I'm a nutrition coach, I'm certified, I help clients to lose weight, I also want to be vulnerable with you and tell you that sometimes I would have moments where I would overeat, whether like I go on special events or enjoying birthdays with people. Sometimes I would have this urge to eat more than I need to, just because I feel like, oh, like the food is there, let me just eat more, right? But on this vacation was just different. I just don't know how to describe this, but I just felt like I don't need to go overboard. And I even messaged my coach and he was like, wow, this is amazing. You have a full control. Like, you don't need to overeat, right? You don't have the urge. And I was like, totally. Like, I don't know what is happening, but I'm very happy. So now, how did it look like for me, like food-wise? Like, what did I eat? So again, you guys, if you've been in Italy, freaking pizza, pasta, pizza, pasta, pizza, pasta, pizza, pasta, every single day, right? There's not a lot of protein in their diet. Like, I remember going to this supermarket and we found this like protein yogurt that had like 20 grams of protein. And I look at Ken, I was like, babe, let's take at least 3 of these because I mean, we haven't seen this anywhere and it's a protein yogurt. Please, let's just buy them because I miss eating things like this. So Italian diet, in my opinion, is not really high in protein, a lot of carbs. And so typically in the morning, if we would be in Airbnb, which we stayed in Airbnb for a couple nights, we would literally go to supermarket and buy Greek yogurt, granola, and fruit, eggs, turkey, bacon or turkey, ham, deli, and maybe some bread, right? For me, if I have yogurt and granola, I'm a happy person. And that's literally what I was eating. We stayed in Airbnb. And then if we were at a hotel and we didn't have breakfast there, because some of those hotels didn't have breakfast, we would just like grab like a croissant. But I would have like one croissant with coffee, lots of water. We would literally buy like a packs of water because I try to stay hydrated as much as I could. When I knew that we were traveling, I wouldn't drink that much because having to stop for pee breaks is just annoying. But other than that, when I knew that we are staying at a hotel or we're at the Airbnb or there is like washrooms around, I would be chugging water like crazy. So there wasn't probably a day where I would stay below 2 liters of water. That's also another very important thing. Like staying hydrated is huge. It makes a huge difference when it comes to also eating, because sometimes you're just dehydrated and you think that you're hungry, you're not. So anyway, so breakfast would be usually like the croissant, but not really often because most of the time I would go for like the yogurt and granola. And then we would walk a lot. So on average, I think we would be like 15,000 steps a day. In Rome, we walked so much that my feet were hurting and we were over 20,000 steps a couple days. So on average, probably like 12,000 steps for sure. And then usually we would like go to the restaurant and eat lunch and dinner, and we would always order like 2 meals. When Ken's mom joined, we would have like 3 meals that we would share. So everyone tried something, right, from all the meals that we ordered, and we would just share. And that's the best thing to do, because I literally would be like, okay, so we ordered 1 pizza, 1 pasta, and another pizza, for example. So I would literally have like 1 slice of pizza, and then I would have a few bites of the pasta. I would drink water, I would have some bread, because they always bring bread before they bring the main course. And that would be me, literally. There was only, I want to say, few days out of those 20-ish days where I would go to bed and feel like, okay, I ate a little bit more today. Typically, it would be when I was in Czech Republic visiting my family for my mom's birthday. It's impossible to not eat there because they always feed you with everything, and I just miss the food that they have. So I probably overate those days there because I kind of like calculated in my head how much I'm eating, but I wasn't obsessed with like how much I eat. I just kind of like estimated it, and I tried to stay around my maintenance calories, which were like 20 to 24, 2,500 some days. And then there was just one day in Naples where we ordered pizza, the best pizza I've ever had in my life. I swear to God, like that was the best pizza. So I ordered a full pizza for myself because everyone else was ordering pizza, and I'm like, I'm eating this whole thing. It's totally worth the calories. Like I was mind blown how amazing the pizza was. So that day I probably overate, and then one day we went for steak where I definitely overate because it was like a calorie dense meal. But other than that, I literally just kind of estimated throughout the day how much I'm eating. When it comes to gelato, because come on, you are in Italy, you have to try gelato. Was it mind-blowing? It was good, but was it something that I would be like, wow, this is the best gelato I've ever had? Probably not, but I've had gelato only like 3 times in the whole vacation. 2 out of those 3 times I shared with my boyfriend. I didn't even finish eating those 2 scoops because I was like, yeah, I've had a few spoons and I'm good. And then the last night I had like 2 scoops because it was really good, but I enjoy it. But yeah, that's kind of like how I navigated the whole vacation. I feel amazing, you guys. I literally don't feel like even like my body composition changed because doing those workouts with resistant bands literally left me feeling sore the next day. And then I started doing push-ups and burpees. I know you're probably thinking like, she's crazy. She's doing burpees on vacation. I'm crazy, but I love burpees. Yeah, call me crazy. But yeah, I was literally waking up feeling sore. So I know for sure that I maintained my muscle and I did what I could with what I had. I didn't have access to the gym. I wasn't able to go for a run. I wasn't able to do a lot of things that I wanted to do, but I just made it work. And I would highly suggest you, if you are in a good routine prior, leaving for vacation, just try to do at least the same thing, right? Those resistance bands won't take you much space in your luggage, actually no space. And if you start literally the day after you arrive to the destination and you get in a routine, just like you're in a routine when you're home, it's going to be absolutely game changer. I'm actually leaving for another vacation to Czech Republic again because I just didn't spend enough time with my family. So I booked another flight and I'm going to go there for another 2 weeks in November. And I am packing my resistant bands. I actually have to order new ones because I feel like these are just kind of stretched out. So I'm gonna order a new resistant bands and they will travel with me. You can definitely know that they are traveling with me because, like I said, game changer. So yeah, you guys, I hope that this was helpful because so many of you were asking me on Instagram when you saw my stories how I lost weight. It was like, how the hell did you lose weight while you were eating pizza every single day? Yes. So this is how I lost weight. So I hope that it was helpful.